You guys should be done brainstorming by now what your superhero self is going to be. What is your alter ego? Now we've learned about power posing, and we're going to learn 3 different ways to draw a superhero.
You're going to start out with a piece of paper. If it's already folded in half, awesome. If it's not, you're going to fold it in half by grabbing one end by the corners and bringing it to the other end. Match the corners very carefully. Once they're matched, you're going to, eensy weensy spider your fingers over to the middle and pull down from the middle, and see how you get this nice crease here? It's going to hold your spot since it's in the middle. So that should keep it pretty nice. So once you have it folded, you're going to unfold it. We're going to use this fold to help us in knowing our proportions. So we're going to start the easiest version. We're going to start with just the split between the legs is going to start at that line and go all the way down. This is for a superhero who's standing with his feet together, his legs together, or her legs. And so your hips are going to be out here, and you are just going to draw a line. Your hips are kind of going to stand out here. You want them to be equal from here. And then that's going to go down in here to the legs. So, and then you can give yourself some feet, deciding on how big your feet are going to be. Okay, so there's the feet standing together. Another option would be the power pose legs, where your feet are standing out. So here, instead of having just a line straight down, you're going to have kind of a triangle. This is the space in between the legs. And then you can just make 2 lines straight down-ish. And then you can put your feet out here. So if you give the heel a little bit of a curve, and then you can do a triangle for the toes with a little point. That's one way to do a foot to the side. So curve, triangle with a point, or a curve. All right, let's talk about the upper body. So we're gonna have, on this one, our waist is probably more up here. And you're gonna have your upper body, which really, if you do a point out from your hips up here, you can just connect it and go in, into your hips. And then you can give yourself another point out here. Well, you want to have enough room for your elbows. Let's see, I'm going to move that in. That one's fine though. So I'm going to do a straight line out here and a straight line in here. That's going to be the inside of my arm. So my upper shoulder will have a little bit of a curve here, and then here and here. So I've just kind of done this big triangle twice for my arms. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Give myself a shoulder. And then if you want to show your fist, you can draw your fist as a circle, because your fingers are curved in, so you're really kind of, when you're looking forward, you're going to see a circle. Okay, so you have your neck and you have the basic body shape. Now you can design your character however you want. You can put on a logo, you could give him or her a cape, which, let's draw a cape together. So I'm kind of drawing a big line, but I'm not going to draw through the arm. So I'm just going to skip that part. And if you want to draw it kind of flowing in the wind, just draw a wavy line at the bottom. Same thing here. So I'm going to pick my starting spot for my cape, and I'm going to go through a straight line. Okay, so this one also has a power pose, And let's just see if we can take this body to the next level. So we're gonna go in a little bit for the waist. Let's look at how we can change this body to be a little more muscular. We're gonna do a boy version and a girl version. So if you are a boy and you, or a girl, you know, whatever. Anyways, if you want really muscular arms, you can take it, you can make it bigger. You can just make your arm bigger. That's basically all. And just have it curved down to the elbow. Same thing here. It's going to start out bigger at the top. The forearm, just think of Popeye, and it's going to get skinnier as it goes down. So I'm going to start at the elbow area and just give him a more, depending on how muscular you want his arms to be. And then you can just erase if you had a more basic arm. And then after you have it done, if you try to go lightly and not press down too hard into your paper, you can look and compare. And I can see I kind of like some things about this arm. I'm going to make that a little bigger. I'm going to try to make this arm match this arm by starting lower. I think I like the way that looks better. So, and I'm going to turn my circle into a little bit more of a straight, rounded side, I guess. Okay. Now let's turn this one into more of a girl. Also, guys, if you want to do boots, you have your legs drawn already, so you can. On this legs, I would do it like that. I would do kind of a curvy line on each leg. Almost like a little bit of a smirk, smile line. And same for the waist. I would give that a little bit of a curve. And then you can add a belt buckle if you want. You know, whatever your symbol is going to be. Put that up here. Okay. Let's do a more of a girl body on this one. So we looked at some girls like this girl. Those are some guys. Let's see, there's Superwoman here. These girls are a little more curvy and they have a little bit smaller of a waist in the cartoons anyways. So we're gonna give a little bit smaller of a waist. And we're going to take our lines up and out. And then if you want to give some curve, you can. See, I'm going to give shoulders. I'm just going to do a straight line across here with shoulders. And then I'm going to do my power pose. And girls have muscles and girls are strong, but they're not usually as bulky as the men. So, or boys. So if you're doing girls, let's see, we're still gonna do like a triangle inside, and then have it start wide and narrow in. It's probably too skinny. You can add some little curve here. And then you can do your circle or, I don't know, what is this shape? The trapezoid? So if you want to give a curve up top, you can, but you guys are still girls, so you don't have to. So let's say this is our basic girl shape. If you want to do a little bit more advanced of a superhero, we're gonna still start here at the fold for where the legs separate, and I'm just going to start with a curved line, starting in the center, going about halfway down. Then I'm gonna put in a triangle facing to the left for the knee. And then I'm going to start a little bit above where this line was, and I'm going to give a curved line for my calf. And now for the outer leg, and this is depending on how muscular you want. You know, if you're a girl and you want a muscular leg, a feminine leg, then you're going to start in here and curve in that way. You're going to give kind of a soft circle, and then you're going to curve out. You still want a nice muscular calf, okay? If you're a boy, you could go even wider and kind of give more of a straight line. And then you can give even a more muscular calf. For the other side, you're actually going to start a little bit under this line, and you are either for a boy or a girl basically the same. You're going to go in, start up here and go down to about the same as where your other knee is. And then depending on how big you want your calf muscle, I would try to match whatever you did here. Yeah, I just like to draw really lightly and then try it a few times, and then I like how the third one is so I can erase the other two lines. And then if I was trying to match this line, I'd give even more of a muscular calf if I was doing the boy one. And then on the outside here, you're going to do another curved line in, and once again, whether girl or boy, girl will probably be a little thinner and the boy will be a little more bulky. Once you get in here to this side, you can give yourself another little knee, a little triangle facing out that way because your body's kind of turned this way. And then you're just going to do a straight line-ish towards the ankle to give a smaller ankle. Then for the shoes, if this foot is, I guess if they're facing to the side, this one almost might be facing forward. Let me show you a forward facing shoe. So you can do a curved line, and it's like that's the tip of the boot, and the ankle is kind of just curving into it. You could put a little triangle there on the side for your ankle if you want. Okay, and then let's do this foot. This leg is faced even more to this side, so I'm going to give a curve on the side for the heel, a straight bottom of the foot, a triangular shaped top, and I'm going to curve the toe. And then at this point you can add some boots and things. Well, we might save that for later, but when you add your boots, you really can just draw, a line on top. Okay, so now we're going to do the waist. Now, girls' waists will go in a little smaller. Okay, I'm working on mine, and I'm a little wrong on how I drew the bloomers. So, if our leg split is right here, then our bloomers would actually start above the leg split. Same if it's a boy and your waist does not go in as much, you can draw the line like, say, it'll just be larger. Okay. Now basically what the arms are a big triangle to the waist. So we have our waist. You can give a curved line for your waist, no matter how large or small it is. If it's curved a little bit, it'll show that the waist is curving. And same for girls or boys. And you can decide how big your belt is going to be. You can make it curved, or it could have a design on it, however you want. I hope this isn't too confusing doing a boy and a girl at the same time. A girl will, you know, this is a very small ways. Cartoons are usually exaggerated, but you're going to still curve your body outward. You can give a slight curve at the top if you want. And then you're going to do a triangular arm in here. If you want to make him like crazy muscular, you know, go for it, knock yourself out. And you can, make him super muscular. And the girl will have a similar line, but just more softer. So you have your shoulders here, and you have your elbow, and just depending on how many muscles you want, the more curves you give it, the more muscular it is going to look. You have this kind of trapezoid shape for the hand, or a circle. Go out to the elbow, and then it's going to be think like Popeye, where it's kind of more muscular at the top. Both at the shoulder top and at the elbow top. It's going to be wide to skinny, wide to skinny. And then for the top, we're just gonna close it off. We're gonna Sharpie it out and then paint it. I want to make my leg a little more muscular. We don't want to be too skinny. Not for a superhero. Okay. Now I'm going to Sharpie outline everything else. Now I'm going to double check, look over everything, make sure I didn't miss anything with my Sharpie. I've got the whole thing Sharpied. So now I'm going to take my eraser and erase all the pencils.